Hello everybody, this is Professor Lilly. So it's Monday, and I wanted to create this quick video just to reiterate what you need to accomplish this week before class on Thursday. Remember that tomorrow, Tuesday, is an online class day, so you don't have to come to the Mac lab during our normal class time. You certainly can use that time and go there if you want, but you don't have to. But you are expected to get this work done, and that's why you'll be giving that time to do it. So I just want to reiterate what you need to get done. Remember, we did go over this on Thursday, and I made a couple changes to the Moodle site just to make it more streamlined and a little bit more, just to clarify what you need to do and how you should go about doing it. So the next actual in-class, in-person class is Thursday, and all these activities need to be completed before and submitted before class on Thursday. So a couple of things. So the main thing you want to focus on is this Module 1 activity checklist. Okay, so this describes what you need to do. Remember that you need to have a folder that you create with an appropriate name. So I'm not telling you what the name of this main folder needs to be. It's up to you. And inside that folder needs to be the cloud folder with the documents in it, and next to that a resume folder. So it would be it looks something kind of like this. So I have in Dropbox. This is what it might look like. I have a whole bunch of folders in Dropbox, but one of them is named Digital Tools, and inside you have the cloud folder and the resume folder. The checklist describes it. In the resume folder, you need to have your resume and then 3 photo or image files that are photos of you. Okay, so right now I don't have anything in there, but if I was doing the assignment, I would need to put that profiles photos folder in the resume folder alongside my actual resume. Okay, so and then after this here, you see the description of what you should be doing, or what the activities are, and I have the Adobe Bridge activities listed first because before you can go ahead and get everything set up just on one of the apps like Dropbox or Google Drive, whichever one. Make sure it's all perfect there, and then just duplicate it on the other 2. And you do have to edit your photos using Adobe Bridge here, so that's why you might want to do that work first. So there's 2 photos in the cloud folder, and then there's the 3 photos of your images, of photos of you that should be inside resume profile photos. And then you have the description of what you need to do in each of the cloud apps: OneDrive, Google Drive, Dropbox. It's basically the same thing. Okay, and to learn, so how do you, if you never use Google Drive, well, how do you learn how to do that, right? So that's what you're being given that time between now and Thursday morning to do that. And this is where you find the tutorials that teach you how to use those apps, those cloud apps right here, linked to tutorial information. So basically, you should be looking at these as you prepare to do each activity. So let's say I'm getting ready to do my Adobe Bridge activity. I can click on here and pull down to, let's see, Adobe Bridge right here. And I have a whole bunch or several links to these tutorials that teach you how to do the different things. I think this one, once you learn how to get it, if you already have Creative Suite, the Creative Cloud installed, then you already have it right there. But you'll need to have kind of get familiar with what the workspace kind of looks like when you open it, how to import photos into it. And remember that the main one of the main aspects or purposes behind Bridge is be able to organize, potentially thousands of photos if you're into graphics, or if you're for your company, you're a photographer or whatever. And then how to open them up and actually do some rotating, cropping, like minor adjustments. It's nice to be able to do that in Bridge rather than having to open Photoshop, for example. If you decide to or look at something and make a minor adjustment in Bridge, and then adding the metadata. So and then the same thing with there's basically one tutorial for how to do use the cloud apps, which are all relatively simple to use. So you would if I'm going to get ready to set up my Google Drive and put my folders in there, then I would watch that or read through it and learn how to use it. And so these shouldn't take really that long. Some of them are a little bit more in depth than others. Okay, so again, link to tutorial information for Module 1 is where you get all the tutorials for how to do it. Okay, so the cloud folder is right here, okay? And it's a zip file, so you could download it to your, click on it, it'll download to your computer, and then you can start doing the activities with it. It's this little purple icon link here. Okay, and so once you're once you're done with it, okay, what do? Well, you create a Word document, and this is described here. The Word document should look something like this. So your name here, something that just helps to distinguish, what it is I'm looking at. And I've gone ahead and created the link to my Dropbox folder. Okay, so you would have basically like I do here. And also go ahead and make the link live. In Word, you can just select the URL and then go to insert hyperlink and then paste the link again in there to make it live so that I can just click on it like this and then bam, it takes me to your folder. Okay. On Thursday, depends on how much time we have, but I'm probably going to ask you to kind of demonstrate that the links work. Make sure that you have access. I'm pretty sure that in Moodle, you can go and click on the submission folder and you can open up your file and show me that these links work. And I also, on Thursday, I'm going to want to look at your Adobe Bridge files and see that you crop them. So you're going to need to be able to get access or open Adobe Bridge on the computers and demonstrate. It just kind of depends on how much time, and I'm also going to have to orient you on Thursday in terms of where we're moving on towards Module 2. So we might have not probably enough time for everybody to go through that. So we'll just wait and see. I'll have to decide if how much time we're gonna have to work on this. Okay, so then how do you submit it? Okay, so I got rid of. There were two others places to submit some of the activities, and I decided just to streamline it. So this is what I want you to do: is you click on here, Module 1 assignment, Word doc submission. Okay. And it'll look different for you. You click on here and there'll be a button for you to submit your Word doc. Again, the Word doc should look like this. You'll have a link for each one of the 3 apps. And then the second thing I want you to do is I want you to do just a brief description of which tutorials you used. And some of them are video tutorials and some of them are articles that either have videos embedded or don't, but describe how to use a particular app. So, for example, something like this. On Friday, I watched the tutorials for Adobe Bridge. I didn't really need to use the one on downloading because it was already downloaded. but I used the video on understanding the workspace and editing photos. Then maybe you could say on Saturday I read about OneDrive, and at that point I had my main folder all set up, and I zipped it, and then I uploaded it to OneDrive and unzipped it there. Just it could be one. Obviously, it'd be longer than this. I don't have the full description here, but maybe like a large, long paragraph just describing what you did. If you felt like a tutorial was not very useful or left you still confused, then even write that. I thought the tutorial on Google Drive was kind of confusing, because then I, as the professor, can know that maybe I should go out and find a different tutorial. I obviously want to use ones that are the most useful for students. So, go ahead and tell me, or if you thought something that was way too easy, you can let me know that. Obviously, for these cloud apps, the idea is that they should be easy, so that so you're not spending time learning these cloud apps. You're spending time doing whatever design work you want to do. Okay, and just to let you know, this is also where I'm going to be grading. I'm not going to grade now, but I just want you to see what it will look like. So if I came in here and your description said that you didn't really do much of the tutorials, then I might give you 1 point. I imagine most people will, have done most of the tutorials, and if I ask you a question about it, you'll be, a relatively simple question, you'll be able to answer. So most people should get 2 points for that. For here, I'm going to be looking at the Word document, and do you have all the 3 links? And when I click on them, it goes to that folder, and the folder has all the correct documents in it. Then that would be the full points there. And then for Adobe Bridge editing, that you've edited the photos as directed. Okay, so I'm going to get coming through and grading you this way and giving some feedback as needed. So anyway, once you drop them in there, I won't actually be doing the grading till maybe some in class on Thursday and then after Thursday. Obviously, if you submit it in class on Thursday, that would be considered late. So it has to be these have to be submitted before class time on Thursday. All right. Yep, so I think that covers everything. Again, this is the place right here where you submit the Word document. The Word document is the one thing, and it kind of compiles all that information that I need to know to see that you got the work done, the activities done. And if you have any questions or confusions, please first obviously submit or consult this checklist first in the description of what you need to do. And the tutorials here for the cloud apps and Adobe Bridge. Okay, so hope everything goes smooth and everyone's learning a lot, relatively quickly. Again, we'll be using most of these apps for the rest of the semester, and there are also apps that other professors might be asking you to use throughout your time here at Loyola. So they should be something that are just really easy for you to access if you're asked to use them in a different class. All right, again, email me if you have any questions, and I'll see you all on Thursday.